What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dice House from their DCUO commentary. I'm bringing you this commentary to you today. As you can tell by the title of it, this is from the 1%. Alright, now keep in mind, alright, everybody out there, I mean everybody watching this video, keep in mind, these opinions are my own. While some of my opinions are shared by others, others do not agree with them. They are entitled to their disagreement with my opinion just as much as I am entitled to my opinion. Okay. That being said, been on a bit. The whole thing behind the one percenters thing here in DCUO is, it's the PvP community. It's the people who get on this game mainly do PvP. All right. Now I've made jokes about the 1% of the one percenters being a certain small competitive community within the PvP community. But I think this, some of the things I'm going to say here can be said from the perspective of all the one percenters, not just those guys in that 1% of the 1%. Anyways, I want to talk about PvP in this game. This isn't another, expand your leagues, expand the community thing or anything like that. I'm going to go a little bit off script from what most people are probably used to me doing. And this simply because I'm kind of disappointed in the support from the devs for PvP in this game. I've been disappointed for a while, and I've been holding my tongue a lot. I've gotten in comments here and there, in regards to certain things and all that I'd like to see, some changes I'd like to see, but for the most part, I've really mostly just concentrated on feeding you guys the info that I get about the game, when I get it. So basically, but I'm disappointed in the lack of support. Mainly in getting us the things that, some of the things that we've requested the most, and for a very long time. Point in fact, I'm going to bring this up again, and my buddy Trex is always, just roll. I know I can hear him rolling his eyes whenever I bring it up during the Sourcecast. Straight up team deathmatch map. We've gotten one for Legends, but we've been asking one for regular arenas for over a year. Ever since Fight for the Light came out last year, I've been talking about let's get an Owen Science Cells 5v5 team deathmatch map. No buffs, just straight up, go in there and kill everything. Kind of like what we, do here in the Watchtower right now. But we have to go off to the side because, oh, look, there's jump pads in the middle. And nobody likes the jump pads. All right, they're annoying. They get in the way more often than anything else. And I think they're a cop-out for my next issue. And that's balance between all the movement modes. Now, before everybody, starts screaming, oh, wait, he's going to talk about nerfing double jump, nerfing acro. All right, first off, no, I don't want that. I don't want super speed to lose its double jump. Super speed can keep inertial flywheel and double jump all over the place as much as it wants to. I've got a lasso. I ground you just fine, just like I did Earth right there. This is a league versus league match right here. We're just having a lot of fun. Next, acro. Okay, sure, fine. Acro can fly straight up faster than flight can. No big deal. I don't have to worry about that in open world. When some chicken shit is running from me because, he couldn't handle it while we were fighting over an exobit. I can deal with that. I got a lasso for that too. Okay? My issue is with flight. Now, as all you guys know, have been watching me, the vast majority of my tunes are flight. I've got one acro tune, I got one super speeder tune. I got those specifically just for the trophies. Why? Because when I tried out acro, I like it. Acro's a lot of fun. It's just not for me. Super speed, it's a lot of fun. It's just not for me. I like flight. I like being able to fly around. My super, it makes me feel more like a superhero in this game when I'm flying around. Okay. My issue is though, okay, you go into your super speed movements, and the second skill point you put in there for super speed gets you inertial flywheel. Fantastic. Second skill point that you put in for acro, all right, for acrobatics, gets you grapple lines. So you can just zip over to that wall and zip straight up that building and you're gone. Fine. That's perfect. That's fine. All right. Second skill point you put into flight, you get dive bomb. What the fuck am I supposed to do with dive bomb? Seriously. What am I supposed to do with dive bomb? I mean, okay, yeah, sure. You get to fly. I get knocked out of the air, no problem. Plus, there's a lasso for that. But I'd like to be able to break out, go back into my movement mode, and then jump away. I mean, because that grounding only lasts a couple of seconds, as long as it takes you to get back in your movement mode, and then double jump away or zip line away. That's all it takes. The only thing flight's got, as far as any kind of escape power, is a 50% supercharge that doesn't even work. All right, so I'd like to see some balance between the movement modes for PvP. I don't think it's that. I mean, that's something I've been asking for since launch, to be honest with you. Drives me nuts. I've left comments, and I've made comments and remarks about that since launch on the forums. And everybody in my league hears this same thing for me at least once a week. So, and there's other things too. Fixes, to stuff. I'm just like right now, the most popular pet trinket in the game, all right, it glitches people out now in the arenas. Mr. Boo, Mr. and Ms. Boo, they both glitch people out where they won't take any damage, and they can't do any damage. Basically, they're just taking up space in the arena. That needs to be fixed. Gadget stasis field still stacks. It still stacks. You guys fixed mental thought bubble, but gadget stasis field, it still stacks. You guys need to fix that. Gadgets already does tremendous amounts of burst damage. Alright? And its dots are killer too. I mean, there's a reason why the vast majority of, people you see up there at, the 1v1s at Star Labs, a lot of them are gadgets. And they think they're good just because they can 1v1 really well. Newsflash, you're not. Just because you can 1v1 really good with gadgets doesn't mean, you're going to be able to take your 1v1 load out into arenas. Just, little pro tip there from me. But, sorry about that. And other things too. I mean, it's like, we've been asking for, doggone lobby system in this game. To where, it'd be easier for us to get in against another specific group. We've been asking for that for a while. Other games do it. Granted, they're not MMOs. I don't know any MMOs to my knowledge that do that. I'm sure there are some. And I'm sure people are going to let me know in the comments below. And I encourage that because I want this to be a discussion, not just a rant from me. So, we'd like to have, a queuing system to where, we can go up against a specific group. I mean, right now we got a little system right now where we're syncing queues up and all that, but it's tedious. It takes time. And it can be frustrating too if, you got, say somebody's trolling, in the same voice chat with you and they're stealing your queues. It's like I said, it takes time. Or, you end up, not syncing up. So then you got to re-queue everything back up again. It's very frustrating. It takes time. I mean, I may get, 4 to 5 good synced pre-made versus pre-made matches a night, and that's in 4 or 5 hours. And these matches, they only last 15 minutes. That's kind of ridiculous. You figure you give 5 minutes in between each match for everybody to get their supercharger back up, get ready to get back in there. You should be able to get a couple, 2 or 3 matches in an hour. Some other things too. There's a lot of stuff, and I want to know what you guys would like to see as well in the comments below. Please leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys would like to see changed, what you would like to see fixed. This dogging thing with sorcery. Everybody's freaking going sorcery now, just for this dogging. It's a lame tactic. It works. Don't get me wrong, it works. It works like a champ. But it's lame when you go in there with like 2 or sometimes maybe even 3 freaking source tunes on the other team, and all they're doing is dogging the crap out of you the whole time. You can't do a damn thing. You can't even break out of it. I don't know if that's because of the lagging latency issues and all that, like similar that people have with similar issue that ice characters have with their tunes. Transitioning from that ice form. I don't know if that's what it is or what, but it needs to be fixed. It needs to be addressed. Other things, gosh, there's really a awful lot. You like to see. My biggest thing though, right now is this freaking 5v5 team deathmatch map that people have been asking for since last year. I know I've left comments on the forums and all that. I've told Meps, himself. I've told Jens Anderson we'd like to see that. And the first straight team deathmatch map we get with no buffs, no jump pads, and it's smaller than an 8 is a Legends map. If you guys wanted to give us a 4v4 team deathmatch map in there for regular arenas, I would have loved that too. That's an awesome map. I like that map a lot. I would have been fine with that. At least we had known that it was things are coming our way like this. But and I've talked with Jens, and I've especially talked with Meps on the side, outside of just talking to him on the Sourcecast and everything like that. And I know he's plugging away with the Owen Science cells, and at least I hope it gets some headway there. I really want to get Tunso on the Sourcecast just so I can sit down there and I can ask him all these questions that a lot of us have in regards to PvP. In case you guys don't know who Tunso is like the lead combat mechanics guy for the game. I can't remember the exact title off the top of my head, but he's like in charge of all that. Ooh, nice 1700 crit. He's in charge of all of the he oversees all of the basic combat mechanics that go into this game. I'd really like to get him on the show, and I'd like to find out a lot of things. It's like why did you guys nerf the tanks' immunities? The reason that it was given to us on the forums back when you guys did this made no sense because nobody stacks tanks in PvP. That was the reason. It was keep people from stacking tanks. It's for whenever people stack tanks in PvP, so the immunities are constantly out there. One, if you ever run into a group with more than one tank in it in an arena, I don't care what arena it is, I don't care if it's FOS or Australia, there's more than one tank in there, I guarantee you those guys are not communicating enough to cycle their immunities between the 2 of them. Alright? Or the 3 of them, or the 4 of them. Because people stack tanks in arenas. I don't know. Oh, man. Like I said, though, I don't want this to be, a rant video for me. I want this to be a discussion. Also, I've got to make sure that I do this. I have to give a big shout out to Mr. Hitter 23. Gave me my new background design for my channel, my homepage. Be sure you check it out. I think it's really awesome. He asked me what kind of pics I'd like to have on there. Those are the ones. I really like it. I think you guys should too. Anyways, but yeah, big shout out to him. I really appreciate it. Did that for nothing, and I really appreciate that. But yeah, I want this to be a discussion. I want us to communicate. I want some dialogue with you guys. I want to know what you guys want to see fixed too. Maybe you guys think something's broken, but it's not. And maybe we can figure all that out together. I don't know. Or maybe you think something isn't broken, but it actually is. Like I said, maybe we can figure that out in the comments below. But this match is about over here. It's a nice, fun match. League versus League, and a couple of the uncensored guys too. Props to those guys for getting into a group and all that, and queuing up with and against some of the replacements guys. Anyways, I want to let you guys go. Like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I really want to have a conversation with you all about this. If you liked the video, please do so by giving it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Until next time, you guys all take care. Bye.